All right, boys and girls, we're going to look at Chapter 10, Lesson 1. We're starting on page 339. Okay, let's look at the real world link. Okay, it says, what is the area of the base of the aquarium? The base is this space here and this space here. In order to find area, we multiply the length times the width. So 3 times 2 equals 6 feet squared. Now remember, the squared represents area. There's two dimensions that we're multiplying. So we multiply two dimensions, we get a squared unit of measure. What is the height of the aquarium? The height is from top to bottom. That's 2 feet. And then we're just going to fill in the blanks. We want the length, which is 3 feet, the width, which is 2 feet, and the height, which is 2 feet. And we know that 3 times 2 times 2 is 12. Okay, look at the next page. A couple of things I want to point out here on page 740. We are working with three-dimensional figures, which work with length, width, and height. Those are 3 dimensions. Our formula up here, okay, takes and multiplies those 3 dimensions. This alternate formula right there is the base of a figure, and that's the area of the base of a figure times the height. Okay? Volume is this amount of space inside a three-dimensional figure. That gives you a little bit of vocabulary to work with and to remember. Okay, let's look at the next page. We'll look at page 740. We're going to look at these examples. You'll notice that we have a drawn-out example here, taking you step by step through the problem. But let's work through it. We're looking for volume. We are going to multiply 5 times 5 times 5. Okay? Because we know that the area equals length times width times height. We know 5 times 5 is 25. And we multiply that times 25 and we get 125. So we have 125 inches cubed. The cube, the 3 as the exponent, represents the 3 measurements that we have: length times width times height. Letter B, we've got 10 times 4 times 6. We're going to multiply the 4 times the 6 first, 24, and we can multiply that times 10. Using our standard zeros trick, 1 times 24 is 24, and we put a 0 at the end for that 0 in the tens. 240, and that is feet cubed. Okay. Moving on, example number 2, same formula. Circle it right here in case you lose track of it. Okay, we've got all those steps to show you how to find the volume of this cereal box. But let's look at this. This one doesn't give us a picture. Instead, it just gives us the measurements. We have 4 inches long, 5 inches high, 8.5 inches wide. Remember that area equals length times width times height. So we're going to take the length, which is 4, times the width, which is 5, times the height, which is 8.5. And I got those backwards, but it really doesn't matter when we multiply 3 or more numbers which order we do it in. Area equals 20 times 8.5. Now, some of us might remember that 8.5 can be written as 8.5. So sometimes decimals are easier to multiply than fractions. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the 8.5 times 20. So 20 and 0.5. Okay. We have the zeros trick again. 0 times any number is 0. We can cross off the 0. 10, and then 17. We have one decimal place, so our answer would then be 170 inches cubed. Okay, next page, page 742. One more example here. Okay. Again, our volume formula. Okay. We have a little bit different problem here. We are given the volume, the length, and the height. We're looking for the width. Notice there's a question mark. So we're going to use the same formula, area equals length times width times height. So area I know is 94.5 equals length is 7 times, we don't know the width, times the height is 3. We're going to solve this. We know that we can multiply 7 times 3 to get 21 times W. Now in equations, in order to get rid of this and isolate the variable, we're going to divide by 21. Okay. So then we've got, I'm going to do the work right up here, 94.5 divided by 21. Bring that decimal up into the answer area, and then forget that it exists for a moment, so we can do the division. 21 into 94. Well, I know 20 times 4 is 80, so I'm going to use 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8, and we can subtract that, we get 10. We bring down the 5. Okay. I know that 20 times 5 is 100, so I'm going to use that as well. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. We subtract and we get 0. So our amount of 4.5 represents our width, so the width equals 4.5, and that is kilometers. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope this helps you guys do the work. Remember, if you have any questions, you can email any of your teachers and we'll be happy to assist you. Thanks and have a great day.